Welcome to Revlytic, a place where ideas meet the road. Whether you're driving, relaxing, studying, or simply taking a moment for yourself, we're glad you're here. Tonight's journey is about more than the destination. It's about the thoughts, lessons, and perspectives we discover along the way. So settle in, enjoy the drive, and let's begin. Tonight, we're talking about something that has the power to change your life without requiring a dramatic transformation: small daily habits. When people think about changing their lives, they often imagine major decisions and massive breakthroughs. They picture dramatic moments that instantly transform everything. But when you look closely at how real change happens, a different pattern begins to appear. Most meaningful progress doesn't come from a single life-changing moment. It comes from small actions repeated consistently over time. The challenge is that small habits rarely feel important when you're doing them. Reading 10 pages of a book doesn't seem like much. Taking a short walk doesn't feel like a major achievement. Saving a few dollars each day appears insignificant. Practicing a skill for 20 minutes can feel almost pointless. Because the results are invisible at first, many people underestimate the impact these actions can have on their future. Imagine a plane leaving an airport. If the pilot adjusts the direction by only a few degrees, the difference is almost impossible to notice at the beginning of the journey. Yet after traveling for hundreds or thousands of miles, the destination becomes completely different. Life often works in a similar way. Small actions may seem insignificant today, but over time they can dramatically change where you end up. One reason people struggle to build better habits is because they focus too much on outcomes and not enough on systems. They become obsessed with the result they want to achieve. They want to lose weight. They want to become successful. They want to learn a new skill. They want more confidence. While goals can provide direction, habits are what actually move you forward. Goals tell you where you want to go. Habits determine whether you'll get there. Think about someone who wants to become healthier. The goal might be losing 20 pounds, but that goal doesn't create change by itself. The change comes from the habits behind it. Choosing healthier meals, going for regular walks, exercising consistently, sleeping enough hours each night. Over time, these habits begin producing results. The goal is important, but the habits are what make the goal possible. Another mistake people make is trying to build too many habits at once. They become inspired and decide to change everything overnight. They create complicated routines and unrealistic expectations. For a few days, everything goes well. Then life becomes busy, motivation fades, and the entire system falls apart. This isn't because they're weak or incapable. It's because they made the process too difficult to maintain. The most effective habits are often surprisingly small. In fact, the best habit is usually the one you can repeat consistently. Reading one page is better than planning to read 50 pages and doing nothing. A 10-minute workout is better than waiting for the perfect time to exercise for an hour. Small habits may seem insignificant, but they have something powerful working in their favor. They are easier to maintain. Over time, habits begin shaping your identity. Every action sends a message to your brain about the type of person you're becoming. When you read regularly, you're reinforcing the identity of someone who values learning. When you exercise consistently, you're reinforcing the identity of someone who takes care of their health. When you keep promises to yourself, you're reinforcing the identity of someone who is disciplined and reliable. This is where many people misunderstand personal growth. They believe confidence comes first and action comes later. But confidence is often built through evidence. Every time you follow through on a habit, you create evidence that you can trust yourself. That trust gradually becomes confidence, and confidence makes future action easier. As we continue this drive, it's worth considering how much of your future is hidden inside your daily routine. The habits you repeat each day may seem ordinary, but they are quietly shaping the person you're becoming. Every small decision is like casting a vote for your future self. One vote may not seem important, but thousands of votes collected over time create a clear result. The good news is that you don't need to change everything at once. You don't need a perfect routine. You don't need extraordinary motivation. You only need a small habit that you can repeat consistently. Then another, then another. Over time, these actions begin working together, creating momentum that feels almost effortless compared to the struggle of relying on motivation alone. Many of the most successful people in the world are not successful because they make perfect decisions every day. They're successful because they make enough good decisions consistently. They understand that excellence is rarely the result of one extraordinary action. More often it's the result of ordinary actions performed repeatedly. As we reach the end of today's journey, here's one final thought. Your life is not shaped only by the big decisions you make once in a while. It's shaped by the small decisions you make every day. The habits that seem insignificant today may become the reason your future looks completely different tomorrow. Don't underestimate the power of small beginnings. Great results often start with actions so small that most people ignore them. But over time, those small actions become habits. Habits become routines. Routines become lifestyles. And lifestyles shape destinies. Thank you for spending this time with Revlytic. If today's journey gave you a new idea, a new perspective, or simply a moment of peace, then it was time well spent. Until our next drive, stay curious, keep moving forward, and take care. This is Revlytic, signing off.